Hi, welcome again to this series on building your own website using HTML, CSS, PHP, JavaScript. So I'm happy, super glad that you made it to this point. So in the last episode, we were able to complete the styling of our pages. So in this particular video, I would like us to go through some little retouches in order to kind of improve our design. It is never perfect, and there is always room for improvement. So like I mentioned earlier, there are two things we are going to look at in this video is to change the font. So we like to work on the font and also work on the icons we are going to use to represent our numbers here and there in our social media pages. So for the font, let's start from the font. To change the font, one of the main reasons we even have to think about changing the font is that the font, as you see it here, which is the way the text is displayed on my computer right now, depends on the fonts I have installed on the PC. So if you have this website, you open it on your computer right now, there's a high probability that the font might look different. So to keep consistency throughout all devices, then we kind of get one font, then we link that font to your site. So wherever your site is opened, it shows the same font. So this keeps the design harmonious and consistent. So for the fonts, there's one general place where we go to look for free fonts. There are paid and free fonts you can get. So for the free fonts, we go to Google Fonts. So you go to fonts.google.com and then it will open up this website and you have them in thousands. So you can pick any font you want. So in our case, I would like to use just this first font, which is Roboto. So to use the font, you click on it, then they give you the chance of downloading it. So when you download it, you can install it on your computer, so your computer can have it as a default as one of your fonts, so you can use it for designs and other things. But here we want to use it on our website, so they give us different styles for this font. So we have the thin italic, and light, and so on, and it goes to really you have it bold like black. So here I am interested in just something simple. I think we can use the light 300. I think now let's use regular. So we'll use the regular for our normal font, and then we'll use the medium 500. Let's see, is there any difference? It doesn't look too different. So let's use the bold 700, or let me even use the black 900. So let's use the black 900. So that you see why we are using that. So did I? Yes, I did add the black. Yes, I did add. So open up. All right, so this is it here. So it adds it to my kind of shopping cart. So it tells me I've selected Roboto 400 and then 900. So there are two ways of having it on our website. So the first way is to use the link like we did with our CSS file. So here we linked our CSS file, so we could do the same thing by linking the Google font for the two sizes, which is the 400 and then 900. But the problem with this one is that we'll have to link it on all the pages one by one, so that's kind of tedious for me. So what we'll do is we'll rather use the import method, so which allows us to just import the stars, the both stars, in our CSS file. So I'm going to bring it on top here and then ask Google. So anytime our website loads, it will go and ask Google to give us the font family called Roboto for the sizes 400 and then 900, and that is it. So once we bring the font in, the next thing is to now ask our website to change the font family into this particular font. So you can use your body tag, since the body tag covers every single part of your website. So you can be like font family. For the font family, use Roboto, right? And now you can go and preview your site and see. You reload and give it some few seconds, boom, it reloads. So now you can see that the font changed and it looks better than what we had. So this time around, anybody who opens our website is going to have the same font. So if we change from page to page, you can see the font is applied all over the place. All over the place. This is wonderful. So another thing I would like to work on, since we've now selected a font, so is to maybe work on the line height, so the spaces between the lines of our paragraphs. So I will set a default line height for all our page. So let me use 1.625 and see what happens. Exactly. So it has given some room to our lines and they look cool. So that's it with the font. So the next thing we would like to do is to insert the icons. So the icons most people would use are font and some icons. But in this tutorial, I will not use font and some icons because the process is a bit difficult and it will require me to create an account and show you how to create the account and so on, and I wouldn't want to go through that. So I will use this free font phosphor icons. So I use it for one of my projects already. So it's simple. So let's go and see how we can now link this phosphor icons to our website. So we go to get started, then they explain how to use it. So here they are saying we use script or something like this. Once we insert that in our heading tag, now we can go ahead and start using the font. So let's do that. And this one we have no choice than to put it all over the place. So this one, put it right under our font, our CSS file, and then we can go ahead and try to use one of the fonts. So to even see the fonts they have, we can explore them here. So we want an icon, let's say for the jobs. So for the jobs, what icon can we use to represent the jobs? Let me search something like job. Nothing. We get LinkedIn. Okay, let's say work. What icon? There's no particular icon. So let's say active. So like for activity. All right. So we'll just pick up something. Let's go back to job, and then we can probably use this CV. So here we can see how we could use it if we are using it for React, Web, Vue.js, and so on. In our case, we are using it for web. So we take this one, then we go in our page. So where we had the 133. So you now understand why I was using the I to represent our icon. So here you can see we still use the I font, and then we say CV icon. Now we can reload our page to see what we have. So obviously you can see that it takes some time for it to reload, because whenever when we linked our font and then we link the icons, we use the remote links. So that means our site has to go on these servers and then fetch the fonts or fetch the icons before it loads. So that's why it takes some few seconds to load the site. So obviously after the first load, it should be loading faster again from that moment. And here we are. So now we can do the same thing for the clients. So we search something like clients. Let's say, what can we have for clients? Nothing, rather users, and see. So here we can use something like that. And let's use this one for clients. So we can go here and replace this guy with the clients. So we reload, and then we have our clients, and this looks beautiful. So now we can do the same thing for our social media images. So we start from the Facebook. So here we search for Facebook, and we can see we have some few icons for Facebook. I think this one is most used. So there's a copy button here. I can copy it and go to my footer. where we have Facebook F, so we replace it with the icon. So I can make it like this. Let me break the I, the A. Great. So we do the same thing here. Great. I can see that there's a problem with the LIs. They are not well closed, so that's an error. We've dragged all this while. So we have the opening LI and then another opening. We didn't close the LI. Wow, that took long for us to realize. That took long. So I guess by now the comments are coming up on this matter. And I could have noticed that when I was trying to close the main tag, it, instead of closing the main tag, it rather closed the LI tag. So that was already a big sign that there is an LI tag that is not well closed above. So these are some of the things you usually have to pay attention to. So we have the opening, the closing, opening, closing, opening, closing, and so on. So that's good. So let's move on to Twitter icon. So Twitter. So we have the Twitter icon here. So they haven't updated it to X, so we still use Twitter. So here we have Instagram, we said. So Instagram. So then we copy it. So we break the lines. Paste it. Then we have LinkedIn, right? Yes, LinkedIn. LinkedIn. So we use this one. Paste it. Break the lines. Is for it to look nice. Great. Then the last one, which is GitHub. So GitHub, which one should we use? Git. I think this one is okay. Wonderful. So let's reload our home page and see what we have. Great. That's cool. So here we can see that the icons have underlines. So we might need to apply some star and get rid of it. So we look at our footer aspect. So footer, let's search footer. Great. So here we can now say text decoration none, and we use the opportunity to give it some color. Obviously it could have been the same thing as the top menu. So on over it will go green. I think instead of this green, rather we should make it have the color of tomato. So green should rather use tomato, so that we use consistent colors like that. Good. So here we'll do the same thing for the footer links. So here footer A, so we do this. So here footer A over, but we'll not use the bottom, the border. So great. So now we have it like that. And one beautiful thing we could also do is that we can star these fonts, and since we know they are inside eyes, so we could say font the AI. So all the icons will have the I class. The I are using the I tag. So we can say for the eyes, we change the font size into, let's say, 1.3 mm. So you can see our icons have grown up a little bit. We can also see that there's an issue of an alignment here. So that's when we use the flex this. So we have to use align items. center, and it should be aligned. Yes, it should be aligned. So it is. So now we are good. So through this video, we've learned how to change our font into a custom font and then insert icons. So at this point, you can see that if I change to the next page, the icons have not been replaced. So it means I have to copy the footer from here and then paste it on all the pages. So I have to copy it here. And I'm sure that at this point you might be like, what if I have like tens of pages and every time I change something I have to go and make this change? And I think this problem introduces us to one wonderful feature used in PHP. So here also the same thing is happening because I did not insert the font, I mean the icons source on all other pages, so I have to do it the same way. So because of this, this is going to help us introduce PHP. How we can solve these problems easily using PHP. So that's what we are going to see next. Thank you for watching this video again, and I hope you enjoyed. If you do, please kindly leave us a comment, a like, share the video with your friends and families in your social media pages, groups, WhatsApp groups, and so on. And then if you don't like it, alright, tell us what you like and we'll do our best to make you happy. So thank you for watching and see you in the next episode.